Hi guys, so it's editing Sarah here. So the video you are about to watch should have happened on Wednesday, but I've just been really behind and the budgeting video is just not ready yet, so you're going to be getting the video that should have come out on Wednesday, which is why I say Wednesday so much in this video. You're getting that today, and then hopefully everything will go back to the schedule that I am hoping to have following the following week. So yeah, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoy. Bye. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I thought this video would be really fun just to share a few things about me, and this is like the second time I'm filming it because each time it's just too rambly. So yes, and the sun has been playing havoc with everything, but this is the only time I've got to do it while Matilda has a nap. So the first thing, my name is Sarah. I live in Australia. I'm 26 years old and I am married. I got married at 22, so there's that. We were married like a year and a bit before having Matilda. We found out we were having her in 2020. 2020 was a huge year for us. Not only did we move to mainland Australia from Tasmania, we found out we were having Matilda. Ben got like his job thing that he has now, which yeah, he enjoys. Changes might be happening with that. We'll keep you posted. But 2020 was a huge year for us. Just independence wise and all of that. We'd never really been on our own before. Well, Ben had, I hadn't. Like I don't, you know, always had that safety net, but then we were just like thrown into the world trying to deal with it all. 2020, it was also the year my husband got saved. It was an incredible year. Well, it was an incredible time. He got saved a few days after we found out we were having Matilda. It was a huge blessing. 2020 is also the year we found the amazing church we are currently in, and we met lots of new people and made amazing friends. So that's that. Another fun fact is I've got really bad dyslexia. I can read quite well, but when it comes to like writing, especially maths, that's really bad. I have been told that that's why I ramble a lot, because I can't get my thoughts straight. I don't know if that's a dyslexic thing. I always thought that that was like another, like maybe ADHD or something like that, but I've never really been diagnosed with anything. So yeah, but I do ramble a lot in the videos, which is something I'm trying to work on. Why do I budget? I enjoy budgeting. I learned how to budget in 2020 because I was nervous about my husband losing his job. He did not lose his job though, so that was a huge blessing. But I did learn how to budget. I learned how to budget for a few reasons. One of them, we were going to church and we really wanted to do tithes and offerings and things like that. But we just didn't have the money, and then I was just like, we just had Macca's. So obviously we've got money for that. And then that's when I wrote it down, and we wanted to buy a property, which we did. And yeah, I watched like the show during lockdown. I think it was called Till Death Do Us Part or something. It's the Canadians. And I really enjoyed it, and it kind of really taught me a lot of things. But like I always say with my budgeting videos and with anybody who does budgeting, take what you need and like just learn from that, because there's so many things that work for some people. It's like a diet. It will not work for everybody. I do low carb because I've had thyroid cancer. I don't have a thyroid. Eating lots of carbs just doesn't really work well for my body. It makes me very sluggish. But someone I watch on YouTube, she eats loads of carbs and she's lost loads of weight. Like, it's just, everybody is different, and your budget will be too. You might have more children, you might have no children, you might have one income, you might have two, and you might have more than just one strain of income coming in. So everything is going to be different. So just like with my videos, it might not work, like everything I do might not work for you. But yeah, just take the things you think might work. So what I took from that was the money envelopes, having things set out for where they needed to go. It's the same as like I guess Dave Ramsey would say, but there's a lot of things with Dave Ramsey that just wouldn't work for us, especially when he talks about his emergency fund. I don't really know if he's updated that or not, but $1,000 emergency fund wouldn't carry us. Like, it would probably last, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. When you take like our mortgage and everything else we pay, food, like that's maybe 2 to 4 weeks maybe, depending. So it's not really long, especially if you, like, my emergency fund, I'd like to be at least 6 months, because some people say it takes around 3 months to find a new job. So I'd want 6 months worth of an emergency fund, which is a lot more than $1,000. But he might have updated that, I really don't know. And then there's like other books that say you shouldn't buy a property if you have to pay mortgage lenders insurance. We paid mortgage lenders insurance because we really wanted this property, and we knew if we had waited an extra 6 months to save the amount of money where we wouldn't have needed that, we would have missed this property, and also we would have been priced out of basically everything else. So that's how I learned to budget. I learned to budget by just taking little bits from this person that worked, little bits from that person that worked. And when I do my budget recap video, which hopefully you will see on Friday because there was no video last Friday, I will tell you the things that I've tried this week, this month, that worked versus what didn't. It's always a learning process, but that's why I love budgeting so much, because it's just exciting to me. I'm weird like that. What else? I am somewhat a middle child, so I've got 2 brothers and a sister. We were all homeschooled. I really enjoyed being homeschooled. I did go to school for a little bit, but I did prefer being homeschooled. My mum's really awesome. I did really struggle a lot in school. It's probably because of the dyslexia, but things that I did really enjoy, I did excel at, and things I didn't. I'm really hoping to use these like Wednesday videos as a kind of a way to showcase my personality and things like that. I feel like an Australian politician, moving my hands a lot. If you ever watch like the Australian politicians, whenever they're talking, they move their hands a lot. I find it really interesting. So yeah, my brain is like always constantly moving very, very quickly, and I ramble. So on Wednesdays, I'm hoping to kind of do like getting to know me, or vlogs, or just different kind of mum style things. Sick. Yes, I had thyroid cancer when I was 17 to 21. So basically I have had a video like about this, but I had a lump on my neck, my thyroid, when I was like 17. And we did biopsies, we did scans, ultrasounds, blah blah blah. All came back as negative. When I was 19, it started growing quite a bit and leaking. So they called me up. I had been in South Australia helping my brother out for a while, which is one of the main reasons that I didn't finish school. Do not regret it. I love being in South Australia with my brother, helping out his kid. It was one of my most favorite times of my life, and I don't regret it. I'm someone who, I get asked quite a lot if I regret it, and the answer will always be no. I loved it, and I don't think a high school certificate would ever be able to like fill in just how much I love spending time with him, and kind of things I learned during I think I was there for like 8 or 9 months, just the things I learned about life. Yeah, I really loved it. But I came back to my parents because I kept getting sicker and sicker. I got a phone call and they were just like, dude, we've got an opening in 10 days, want you to come in and get it taken out. And that's what happened. And then they did like biopsies. They're like, it was leaking and yucky. So I was still pretty in a haze. And the woman, like the doctor surgeon who came in, and she goes, look, things didn't go how we had planned them to go. We can't really tell you what had happened, but that was like the gist of it. 10 days later I went in and I was like, I've got my big girl panties on, I'm gonna do this all on my own. And I went into the appointment on my own because I didn't want my mum coming in, and I'm pretty sure it was the last appointment I've ever been to on my own, because after that she came with every single appointment, and now my husband comes to me basically every single appointment because I feel like I need that support. I'll tell you about it in just a minute. The other one time my husband couldn't come to me with an appointment. There's always bad news whenever I go in alone. So I went in alone, big girl panties on, and they were just like, it's cancerous, we're gonna go back in. 6 weeks later, I had the other side, and I was like having a full-on breakdown about this whole thing. And then like, he was an intern. Like, I don't really, like, he was a doctor, but a med student, I think. So I'm guessing this was like one of the first times him doing, like, giving bad news. And he like was just like, dude, if this is the kind of cancer, like this is the kind of cancer people want, because like it's not a fatality. And I was just like, it didn't matter to me. So that happened. Yeah, and basically from like 19 to like 21, I don't really feel like I lived much life, if that makes sense. I don't really remember anything that kind of happened during that time either. Basically until I met my husband at 21, I don't really feel like, yeah, I just feel like time really stopped, and I'm really trying to deep dive into things that I feel like I've missed, to help me grow and be a better mum and things like that. Like, I don't have my driver's license, and like a lot of things I kind of feel like I'm too old to experience now. Like, I should have experienced them back then, but I didn't, and that's something I really, really need to work on. So yeah, and then I met my husband. We met online dating. It's really funny because when I told the story to my older brother, he was just like, it's a good thing I wasn't living there, because that never would have happened. Because he did live like far away, and this is like a horror story, right, isn't it? Because we had been texting, and like he would ring me, and we spoke for like 8 hours once, and I jumped on a bus because he lived like 2 hours away. I jumped on a bus and just went up and met him. And when like my mum looks back on it, she's just like, did I seriously like come and do that? So yeah, but we knew right away we were gonna get married. It was just like the oddest thing, but we knew like after our first date that we were gonna get married. Yeah. And within 18 months we were married. Yeah, I love him to pieces. So yeah, we have one daughter. Her name is Matilda. We knew we were going to have a girl. Like, we always just knew we were going to have a girl, and we always knew we were going to call her Matilda. She will be 2 in January. So January is also my birthday. I will be 27. Hopefully I'll have my driver's license by then. I will keep you posted. What other fun facts? This is a huge fun fact, given that this is going up on YouTube. I didn't actually know about YouTube until I met Ben. Like, I thought YouTube was for music and documentaries, because that was all I'd ever really watched or seen on YouTube. I didn't know what Netflix was, anything like that. I didn't have Facebook until I was like 17 either. So yeah, as you can see, I was pretty sheltered. But when I met Ben, like, I think he was so surprised. He even asked me once if I was like raised in a cult, because I didn't know these kinds of things. We laugh about it now, but I just think because it didn't matter at the time. Like when I was a kid, like, if you've never had it, you don't miss it. But now I've realized just how much I enjoy watching YouTube and Facebook. I'm quite addicted to it, which probably isn't a good thing. So those are some fun facts about me. I'm just trying to think of like other things. It's all pretty like cut and dry, really. Like, you know, I'm a mum. I love budgeting. You know, I'm really lucky to be a stay-at-home wife and mother, and I'm really, really lucky to have a husband who believes in that. And it's not just because we're Christians that he has those kinds of feelings and things. He knows the importance of just having someone at home. And I know in this day and age it's not always something that can happen. I know a lot of people who wish they could, but they can't, just because of money and things like that. So I feel really, really blessed that my husband trusts me enough with the budgeting, and he understands that while I'm not bringing in an income, I'm making his income stretch where it doesn't really matter too much. But I know it's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, because it is just him bringing in the income. if that makes sense. So yes, on Wednesdays I would really like to do vlogs or getting to know me, just to kind of let my personality show out a little bit more. I'm really trying to just rediscover myself, like, since having Matilda. And like I did say, I kind of feel like I lost a number of years when I was going through the cancer treatment and all of that. So like things like, I'd really like to get my driver's license. I'm really working on my own personal style. Like I cut my hair, like all kinds of different things. And I think it would be pretty fun to document. I'm also like losing weight. I'm 11 kilos down. So that may be something that I'll also start bringing back. I'd also like to do some like budgeting challenges, but you'll see those on Friday. So kind of like a lifestyle will be on Wednesdays, Lord willing, and then budgeting on Friday. So that's what I'm hoping. But I am a mum first. That is something that comes first before anything. So if you don't see a video, just know it's because mum life is real, and it is just me and my husband. We don't have grandparents that live near us. All of our friends have children, and they are either homeschooling or they're at work. Like, you know, it's, you know, I don't just dump her off somewhere. Like, it is just me and him 24/7 trying to take care of her. So that is what I am hoping. So please like, comment, and subscribe. With the comments, I feel like I've already brought this up a number of times in this video, but I do have dyslexia. So I do read them and I heart them. But I get really scared about writing or anything like that because it just always looks like gibberish and doesn't really make any sense. So, yeah, I'll have to sit down all the time, find a time to sit down with my husband and maybe reply to the comments and things like that, because I do read them and I do heart them, and I'm very appreciative of y'all all watching. And I feel very blessed, and I really just hope that you find these encouraging, especially the budgeting videos, because I know that just everything at the moment is really, really hard, and I hope that you can learn something from them. But I will see you on the next one. I hope you have a blessed day.